Hi, welcome back to Susan Kitchen Corner, and on this episode we're going to be making focaccia bread, or however you want to pronounce it, but I always call it focaccia. So let's get started. We need about 3 3/4 cups flour, and I lost my handy dandy scale. I went to scale heaven, so I have to get a new one. I don't have a new one. But you don't have to have a scale to make bread. It's optimal, but you can still do it. So when you scoop your flour, okay, we're going to either use bread flour. You can either use bread flour, and you don't have to use this particular brand. You can buy another brand, or you can make this recipe with regular flour. And when you scoop, don't scoop it 2 cups, 3 cups. Scoop it, dump it in, and don't worry about being perfect. As long as it's 3 cups, 3 cups and 3/4, it's fine. So don't go, oh God, it's not just right. It's not the right amount, or don't be scared. Just put it in. Okay, we're gonna need about, oh yeah, don't forget about your yeast. We're going to need yeast. We're going to need about, so I'm saying the right thing, 1 1/2 teaspoon. So open your dry yeast up, stick your teaspoon in. That's 1. It doesn't have to be flat. If it's the yeast is over the teaspoon, that's okay. So shake the first teaspoon in, and half is what I do. You can, if you have a half, that's great. But if you don't have a half a teaspoon and you just have a teaspoon, shove it in there. And it looks like, well, I'm gonna yeast my computer. Just shove it in there halfway and sprinkle it in. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and the best place for your yeast to be is in the refrigerator after you open it. Okay, so we're going to just stir that in with a 1 spoon. Now I got some water here, and I got a cat that's distracting me. We're going to put that on. We're going to warm it. We're not going to boil it. We're just going to make it warm. And what we're going to do, it asks for 18 ounces. Well, again, I lost my scale. But you can still do that because you watch the consistency. We're going to want to make this stuff look like porridge. And it will come together. Don't worry. Like my bread bun video you watched, which I do have a scale, it still will work. So don't be scared because you don't have a scale. It's all about watching what you're doing and watching the texture of it. And we warm the water because it helps the dough rise. And don't forget to have a pan and a cat. A little kitty. Don't forget to have a pat. Yeah, this is the new pat. You have to pat it before you use it. Okay, a pan, and we're gonna spray that with well, usually it's behind me. It's a hiding cooking spray. What happened to the cooking spray? Well, if you have cooking spray, spray it, and if you can't find it, I just had it. Oh God, I hate how things disappear. See, this is a real cooking show. I don't have everything up front. Okay, found it. So spray your pan. Put it aside. And we're going to utilize this whole pan. Making focaccia is almost being like a masseuse because you massage the dough. After you get it formed, you let it rest for an hour. Then you spread it out over the pan, and you use your fingers, and you, like you're working someone's got a lot of stress, and you just kind of work it into the pan until it's all spread out. Now let's see how our water's doing. Ooh, talking. Okay, well that can be remedied. A little cold water. That's a little bit too hot. We want warm. We don't want scalding. Okay. So we're going to add 1 cup of water. Oh yeah, don't forget the olive oil. Okay, and then what we're going to do is, because this is olive oil bread, we're going to add 8 tablespoons of olive oil. So I usually make this, I don't make this all the time. This isn't something that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then we're gonna, so mix that in. So we added 1 cup of warm water, 8 tablespoons of olive oil, and 3/4 cups flour, bread flour or flour, and you don't have to, again, don't panic, just do the best you can. Okay, so we're going to add another. Let me get some more cord. In accordance to cord water. Boy, I'm really talking great today. Okay, so make sure it's warm. Got the water too hot, that's why I'm doing it this way. Pulling it down. Okay, so we're going to, that was 1 cup we added. This is going to be, let's add a little bit of this. And it's not at all. Let's add, so make it a little bit more, let's add 1/4. So that's 1/4 is 4 tablespoons. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1/4 cup. So we added 1 cup and 1/4 cup. Okay, we're going to add another 1/4 cup. So remember, 4 tablespoons. And if I said teaspoons, I am extremely apologetic. 4. Okay. Okay, there we go. Mushy. And if you want to see how much that is, let's pour the water out. Here's the measuring cup. We're going to put exactly, we added a cup of water. We added 1/4 cup twice. So just to show you, so we're going to add 8 tablespoons to the cup. Let's see how much that measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we added 8 tablespoons. That is exactly, stop, 1/2 cup. So basically, we added 1 and 1/2 cups of warm water. And as you can see, we have a thick porridge like this. I got a very distressed cat right now. So she has food. I did play with her. So let me finish the video here and I'll figure out what's going on with my little kitty. Okay, so see how this is? It looks really nasty. Doesn't look very good, does it? Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take some of our, scrape down the side, we're going to take some of our bread flour. We're going to put it onto the cutting board, and we're going to dump this out onto the cutting board. Just scrape it out. Now I know it looks awful. It looks really, really like, oh my God, what have I done? I ruined it. No, you haven't ruined it. It's just the way it is. Okay, so pick it up. And this is the fun part now. Slap it. Grab it. Kind of act like your hands are like Pac-Man. Grab it, pull it, let it hang down, slap it, grab it, hang down. So do the best you can. I know it's funny, looks funny, sounds funny. It'll come together. Don't worry. Just keep on working it. What you're doing is you're creating air pockets. And being distracted from my cat, I forgot to add an ingredient. Okay, real kitchen mistakes. It asks, the recipe has 2 tablespoons of not salmonella. Seminola. I cannot say that word, but it wants it. But I don't have it. You don't have to have it, because I got corn meal. So me and my very sticky hands, here's what you do. I do it all the time. You get 1 tablespoon. What we're going to do is we're going to add, and we're going to make noise, we're going to add it to the, if I can pick this up, we're going to add it to the cutting board. And we're going to treat the corn meal like the flour. So when we're kneading it and slapping it, it's going to pick up and it's going to incorporate. So that's the way it is. So just sprinkle it on the cutting board. And believe me, as sticky as this stuff is, it's going to pick up. And then you're just going to turn it around, pick it up some more. And look at that. It's incorporating. So, oh yeah, forgot to tell you too, as I do on my other how to make bread buns. Always have a very, very clean, extra ultra clean cutting board. Because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be using your knife and you're going to be scraping the cutting board and picking up the dough. But not right now. So let's get some more slapping done. And okay, so as you can see, it's already starting to hold. So we're going to slap that for about, set your timer, do it for a good 5 minutes. And then when you're done, so you really want to, I was doing light slapping. This is what you want to do. You want to come home and you want to get angry. And if you have any aggression, take it out on the cutting board. Okay, after it's done, add a little bit more flour, shape it. I'll be right back with intermission.